Okay, in this video I want to talk about a common question, which is, does the Chinese language have grammar? Now, it's a common perception from people who have not studied Chinese that because Chinese has individual characters instead of words, that it doesn't have grammar. However, this isn't quite the case. Written Chinese is a standard language across all of the dialects of spoken Chinese. It doesn't have singular and plural like English. It doesn't have tenses like Western languages do. It doesn't have masculine, feminine, or neuter. It doesn't have verbs or nouns which change their endings and things like that. So you may be thinking, well, does that mean that Chinese has no real grammar? And how can Chinese express all of the ideas that Western languages can express? Well, the answer is that Chinese does have grammar, because single characters can be joined together with other characters to make what are effectively words in the Western sense, and word order in a sentence is particularly important. Placing words in the wrong order can actually make incorrect sentences, and changing the order of words or characters in a sentence can change the meaning entirely. So you can learn all of these kind of principles from practicing the language and from learning from examples, essentially. Chinese also has a number of grammatical particles. Although they don't correspond exactly to Western tenses or grammatical ideas, they're still aspects of grammar. When the classical Chinese written language was modernized in the 20th century, authors started to write as they speak, and more grammatical particles were introduced, which roughly corresponded to, say, adverbs and adjectives. So, putting all of this together, yes, Chinese does have grammar, but it doesn't work in the same way as the grammar of Western languages do. But it's not that difficult to learn. There are a lot of different sentence patterns in Chinese, but you can get used to producing them or hearing them and understanding them just like you can with any other language. So Chinese does have grammar, but it's not so difficult to learn, and just by continued practice and getting used to the patterns of the language, you can learn it just as easy as any other.